Jesteśmy dzisiaj w browarze Stu Mostów, a naszym gościem jest trener Śląska Wrocław Miodrag Rajković. Coach, hello, thank you for your time.
Welcome.
First of all, I would like to ask you, how was your summer holiday? Or perhaps I should ask, did you even have some time to, take a break?
First of all, hello for you, for all our fans who watch us. What to say, to be honest, I even don't remember anymore about the holiday and about how was this summer. In general, summer is a summer. Plus, for us coaches, always more or less similar. We try to recruit players for the upcoming season and discuss between us, about the plans. So, not usually.
No holiday at all. All right. Just for a moment, let's go back to the last season. Now a couple of months have passed, and I would like to ask you, are you satisfied with what you have achieved with our team?
No, okay. I understand question, from one side, I have to be satisfied. Even without some deep analysis, I took a team when they were on the 12th position, leads to the 3rd position, rich medals, which is, I think, if I understand well, 4th medal in a row for us as a club. So, more or less great. But from other side, of course, always I believe that we should do some games to play a little bit better. Maybe to try to be more competitive and to fight even in 5 games for a final. Okay, we missed that opportunity. And now we have situation that new opportunity for a new goals. So I hope so that this season for sure we will play final.
Okay, and now the situation is much different because first of all you have been involved in the team building from the beginning, and second of all you have a proper pre-season with the team. So does that make your job a little bit easier, or maybe it just raises expectations?
More tough, much more tough. First of all, those players what I coached last season, somehow according to their good game and our good results, etc., But during that period, somehow we become familiar. So we expect from some of those guys to be able to stay with us, and we already adapt on their level, basketball level, and after the season, it's like a cold shower. The reality is different. They reach much more and much bigger offers. They spread with other teams, other countries, other leagues. And now, actually, we have to start to building team from the beginning, which is, of course, much more difficult than to make some kind of connection with the previous team. We don't have a lot of connection, just very few players. I'm happy that they stay, but in my opinion, I will be more happy if I was able to keep going to play with the more players from the last season.
Okay, as you said, a lot of players went away from the club, so I would like to ask you about the new ones. What do you think about the guys you have already made this week?
New one, new opportunity to do something good. Of course, new challenge, but in one question always that we don't know exactly what we can expect. Of course, from some of them, absolutely we know and we will try, but no question, challenge for all of us. Them as the new guys with the new fresh energy, and they understand that Śląsk is a great and maybe the biggest opportunity for them and for in their career, until now, the biggest possible moment to do something huge, something big. From our side, of course, according to our basketball knowledge and experience, we expect from them to be able to do that what we prefer. So, again, to repeat, somehow we will be kind of in chance to fight for 3-4 trophies this season. So let's try to go the farthest possible.
Of course. Does any one of the new guys made a really strong first impression during the first week?
No, to be honest, we don't have a lot of new guys. Actually, only 2. Because of fact that we extend Nunez. And Angel is a guy who we know what we can expect from him. For him is actually also kind of challenge because this is just second time in his career that he actually back in the team where he was previous season. So in front of him, even he's wide experienced guy, it's also kind of challenge to give us continuation what we expect from him. From other side, anyways, new guy who definitely we know what we can expect from him. And to be honest, I'm guy who expect a little bit even more from that. So we will see, but in general, somehow in this moment I would like to have some kind of right about that opinion option that he can be big surprise here.
I think it's a good moment to ask you about the most important thing for the fans. I mean, new signings, because I think we can agree that we have still some places missing in the team.
Yeah.
So what kind of players would you like to have in your team, except the ones that you already have?
But first of all, I have to disappoint all of you guys. I will not share nothing to give them kind of even idea which kind of players can be. In this moment, to be honest, I have some information which kind of players can be, but everything is still let's say our business is not done yet. So according to the previous situation, when we have situation that one guy already says yes, after that no, maybe it's more smarter for all of us to be quiet, and when we sign, of course, to public.
Okay, so let's change the topic.
Absolutely.
It's understandable. I would like to ask you about the young players, because a few of them obviously works with the first team right now, and they are also very important for the philosophy of our club.
Yeah.
So how would you like to develop them, but at the same time, practice the whole team to be better?
Sorry if I understand well, question is about the young players. Okay. In general, they are not so young. They just belong to the first division team, which, let's say, make them young. But in general, all of those guys who now practice with us should be able to be part of our team in the future. And I have to highlight that they work very hard and they are very motivated to improve themselves and to work. But, just to work in the pre-season, it's kind of short time, compared with the time how much they play basketball and how much they should to play in the future. So 1 or 2 months, it's definitely not enough. So we have to find some kind of model how to work with them in the future to be able to, because definitely between those two teams exists some kind of huge gap. If first team, Ekstraklasa team, it's kind of, let's say, better and better, competitive to play successful in the, let's say, international competition as a champion leagues, or they fight for a top of the Polish national competition. For sure, first team division, it's kind of far from that. So that gap between those two teams, it's somehow bigger and bigger. Which means that in general we have to find prescription how to pass that gap. That's not easy. And if you see in other teams in Poland, but even in other countries, you can recognize that still don't exist exactly prescription how to do it. And the coaches, players, teams, organization, they try to find from the year to year, which kind of a way will give them the biggest benefit. Sometimes that kind of plan, it's good, sometimes no. So in this moment, I cannot say exactly we have some plan, no question. We would like to force that plan, which means that every single moment when we have the opportunity to work with that guys, to really work. And no question, we know that they have to play and to have game in their hands and legs, the matches. They can just wait opportunity in the Ekstraklasa team. That's not good away. We already know that. What is between? It's again some kind of big area, big space, and we have to somehow to handle it. I hope so that they will have. This is topic what we can talk hours and hours. And this is something what in my country when I growing as a coach, I had opportunity in my previous teams to work like that, especially in my base basketball team Radnički from Belgrade. Special later in other team like Vojvodina or Hemofarm, where somehow I had lucky to, and I can say we did good job. So Hemofarm give us, even Vojvodina, couple national players. Later, they growing on the moment when I was there. We put them from the youth program to the first team. I work with them, and on the end, they become, let's say, national players, serious senior players. Same in the Hemofarm. So I believe that I will able to do that here too. But sometimes we are coaches, we don't have enough time, or sometimes happens that we are not able to stay enough in the one team to do that really. In the Hemofarm I was 3 years and I had enough time to do good job. This is my, let's say, first year here after just very few months for our last season, and we have some plans. What on the end we will see.
It takes some time for sure.
Definitely.
I would also like to ask you, what style of basketball would you like your team to play? Is it similar to last season, or maybe you have something else in your mind?
We already touched some idea how we would like to play in the future, but no question we need more time, and we need a little bit more talented players on the guard position that we can do that. Definitely we would like to play fast. We would like to play tough defense. And we would like sometimes to during the game to try to play simple. Simple, fast, tough, those, let's say, three things is something what I can say that we would like to force and to follow that idea.
Okay. I also believe that it's too early to set specific goals, but maybe you personally have some kind of goal or a challenge to achieve this season with Śląsk.
If I understand mentality of the Śląsk and the people from Śląsk and around the Śląsk, include our fans, of course, they expect from Śląsk always to be in top.
Yes.
Okay. I have a question for you.
Yes.
How many years Śląsk exists as a organization, basketball organization?
Over almost 8 years.
Almost 8 years. How many times we were champions?
18.
18. So Do you think that 69 years, 70 years was unsuccessful?
Obviously not.
So
some
that's what
were
I wanted.
successful, some not.
Yes. So something like that. Well, that's my opinion. I think that you already kept my answer. Can be really good things for all of us if we made a couple of good players who will be in the next couple of years the main players in the first team. No question, everybody will be satisfied.
Yes.
Sometimes if we start from the 12th position, it's huge success to come to be able to play playoff.
Yeah.
But then, our appetite, growing. So now when we are in playoff, let's try to reach semi-final. Let's move to the next step. But then let's try again something more until the very last game. So ambition is always the highest possible. To do that, no question, we have to select the best possible players. To be able to select best possible players, most of the time depends from the budget. Not all the time, but most of the time. And on the end, you have to have a little bit lucky.
Okay.
I would like to say one sentence what I heard last summer from the people who is much more experienced even than me. To play final, let's say like this, what is different between the two teams who play final? Different is that to play final, you need to play good. But to reach final, you need to play also good and to have a little bit lucky. So we talk about small, very small details, what in this moment, from this spot, we cannot realize exactly what is that. But in the future, I hope so that we will be able to recognize.
I think it's a very good conclusion. So thank you, coach, for your time.
Yes, I enjoy, as always, to talk with you.
Thank you. A Browarowi Stu Mostów bardzo dziękujemy za gościnę.